Hey folks, Carl here and welcome to episode 2 of the Matilda Mark III for Red Army. Okay folks, so we are going to be starting the build of this Matilda. So we are going to be starting with probably the part that everybody hates the most, which I actually enjoy, and that is going to be the tracks. So we will find the sprues with the tracks on, which are these four here. We will get the destructions out. You can see what we're doing. I'll get rid of that lot. I don't need that one either. So there's our four sprues. Let's find where the tracks are in the instructions. Just there. So let's fold this up so it actually works like a book. That one, that one, and that one. So there we go. We are moving on to that page. So not a huge amount to these. We've got the two links that glue together. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one link on camera, and then we will look to do the rest off camera. So we need to get at least one sprue off the track. So there's two parts to this. I'll zoom in a bit because we're a bit far away. There we go, that'll do. So there's the main part of the track, which is this part here. And then there's a secondary part which glues on the inside. That looks like that's the connecting part of the track. So we will get one of each part cut off. So we'll just cut off the one like so, and we'll take one of these as well. One. Last bit. There we go. So we have one piece of each of those tracks. Now, where's the glue? So we've got our glue there. So a little sanding stick just to clean that up a little bit. That one's a bit soft, so we'll use this one. So we've got these here to clean up. So not a huge amount of clean up, nothing too difficult. So there we go, that's that piece clean. And this one had 3 connections, so we'll take that off the top there, just like so. And the sides. So we end up with the two pieces, just like that. And of course this piece now we're going to do a quick dry fit just to see what it goes like. So you can see on this one there's a little hole, and on this one there's a little pin. So it's literally a matter of matching up the hole and the pin. So we want a pair of tweezers. We're going to do a quick dry fit just to make sure everything is okay. He says, I think it's that way round. Yep, so it goes on that way round, and it literally fits right on top like that. So it should, just like that. So we'll get a touch of glue on there. I want to make sure I am doing it right. So yeah, we'll get a touch of glue on there. Oh, on camera. Very small touch. Just in there. A bit of a push. That glue, of course, will spread itself around. There we go. That is one track link done. So we're going to let that dry. What I'll do, off camera, I'll build another one so we can take a look at how they actually link together. So I will get another one of those done and we'll be back in a moment. Okay folks, so we've got these two now done. We're going to just see how they fit together and see how much movement we've got. So I'm going to see how far in I can actually zoom and of course stay in focus. So we'll try there. So we've got that first one. And we've got this second one here, and they should literally just push together, hopefully with a bit of a click. So there we go. That is those two links together, and of course they do have quite a bit of movement in them. So how easy do they come apart? Not very. So that is actually a pretty good fit. I've literally got to get my fingers in there and pull that apart. But the good thing is they come apart very easily as well. Well, with a bit of force. They don't break anything. So again, just literally just pushes into place. Those are very nice. I'm going to say those are better than the Amusing Hobby ones. Very nice. So, good amount of detail on those. Excellent. So, zoom out a little bit. Okay, so we are going to get the rest of this track built. I've got a couple of pots, one for one part, one for the other. We'll get them all cut off and into the pots, and then we can pull one out, sand it all up, get it back in the pot, repeat with the others, and then it's a matter of putting them together. So it should tell you on the instructions how many pieces go on each link. So yeah, it tells us right here at the top, use 69 links for one track. So 69 for each track, that would make 138 we've got to put together. So that's a lot. That is 276 pieces, if my math is right. 276 pieces we've got to cut off these sprues. 276 pieces we've got to clean up. Then we've got to glue them together and then put them together. So I am going to get on doing that. So it's going to take a little while. So we'll see you in a bit when they're all done. Okay folks, as you can see we are almost finished with these tracks. We've got one built up already and this is what we've got left. We've started putting it together. Hopefully there's enough in here with some spares, hopefully. So you can see the tracks are going together really well. So it's clipped together nice and easy. Literally you just push and it's on. Very simple, very easy. And if you remember, it's 69 per track. So we built one, so we know we've got enough for one. We're just going to put this one together. So I'm going to leave the camera running. We'll probably speed up a little bit, and we'll get this one put together, and we'll take a look at them both when we're done. Okay folks, so that is, we'll just get these last few put back together. That is 69 links in that track. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spares. We've also gone and made up these parts of the tracks that are fixed to the tank themselves. We've got a few spare links in there that didn't have the complete part, so they're spares as well. We're not going to need those. So 2 tracks, 69 links in each track, so these should be exactly the same length, and they are. So we've got 5 spares, so if we need to add a couple more in, we've got spares to do that. Not that you're going to see these tracks very much anyway, because if you remember on the box art, I'll get the box art for you so you can see it. So there's the tank itself, so you're not going to see any sort of sag or anything like that because we've got those side plates on there. So, but obviously 69 tracks might not be long enough to get the tracks to fit properly. So tracks are done, so we will get these to one side ready for paint. And what are we going to do next? Got the instructions, so let's get them the right way up. So all tracks are done. If we go back to the beginning, we can either put the lower hull together, or we can go and get all the bogies completed with the wheels, which is another part that people really don't like doing. So I think we're going to get the worst parts out of the way first, and we're going to get onto the bogies next. So I'm going to roll these away, put them somewhere safe, and get the next sprues ready. So talk to you in a moment. Okay folks, so we have got the next sprues out and ready. As you can see, we've got the main part of the bogies up here, and then we've got all the wheels down here. There's some other bits and pieces on this sprue as well that we're not going to be needing. Obviously there is 2 sprues, so not sure how many of each piece we're going to need. So we're going to follow the instructions, get everything off the sprues, all cleaned up, all glued together. As always, any issues, any problems while we are putting this all together, I will get the camera going and we shall show you exactly what it is that's going on, what the problems are, or anything fiddly or niddly, and we will go from there. So I'm going to get on with this and I will talk to you shortly. Okay folks, so as you can see, we are working on the bogies. We are working on these ones here. These ones we're going to do after. So quite a few little bits and pieces, and it's stating not to glue the wheels themselves. So I've built one, which is there, as you can see, and the wheels still move. Very nice little piece. I'm going to show you how we build one, and then I'm just going to continue and get the rest built. As you can see, we've got a little bit of a production line. This is all cleaned up and ready to go. So we are going to zoom in a bit so you can actually see some stuff. So we'll get into about there. We'll get our glue out. So first and foremost, we want 4 wheels. So we're going to take 4 of that half and 4 of that half, and very simple. Put the 2 wheel parts together, very small dab of glue in the centre there, and that is it, done. So we'll get these all done. It only takes a few moments, unless of course you drop it and it disappears onto the carpet, and we all know what happens there. 4. So put the glue to one side for a moment. So there's our 4 wheels. So next becomes the actual construction of it. So we're going to want the big part of the back plate. We're going to want one of the springs. The spring just sits on there, he says. Oh, there we go. A bit tight, that one. What's going on there? Let's have a look. It's got it upside down. What a pilchard. It goes up. This part connects to the tank, and I'm trying to get the spring onto this part. So it goes that way up, and the spring just slots in like so. So much easier when you put it in the right place. So now I found on the first one I did, it was easy just to put 2 of the wheels in. I'll give these a bit of a clean up. I've still got some dust from when we sanded them. These things are great for just dusting off your models. I think it's a blusher brush or something like that, I'm not sure. Give them a quick clean up. There we go. So like I say, I found it easier if you just do one side at a time. So put one set of wheels on this side, like so. You don't need to glue these in if you want them to move. If you don't want them to move, then yeah, just go ahead and glue them in. There's 2 sides to this part, so there's the left side and the right side. So we're going to start off obviously on the right side. We're just going to put this piece on. Now this can be a little bit awkward because the wheels aren't glued in, so you're trying to get it on without moving the wheels too much and getting it all in the right place. So like I say, it can be a little bit fiddly, so there's no point putting the other side on at the moment until you've got this side on and all in place. So there we go, it all fell into place. So once that's on, pick it up. Obviously the spring is still loose, don't worry about that, we're not going to be gluing that in place. Now there's 3 places to glue. One is just here, then again there, and then on the joint itself where it connects in, just in there. Did that focus? Just in there. So get our glue back out. Careful you don't touch the wheels if you want the wheels to move. So one just there. It's a very small dab of glue. Very small dab of glue where it connects. There. Just dab it on. And lastly, at the top here, one more small dab. Just there. That's it. Just leave that a few moments to dry. Bit of a squeeze. And then it's rinse and repeat on the other side. So, down on the deck. Oh. One wheel on as it falls off. So, 2 wheels on, and this goes over the top. Slots into those wheels right there. And I knew that would happen, so I'm going to drop my wheel on the floor. There it is. So be very careful because they do fly all over the place. So one wheel on. There we go. Get in there. We get in there. So there we go. On it goes. Careful how we pick it up this time. So same again. Small dab of glue on there. Very small dab in there as well. And then lastly, one small dab on the top, and then just leave it to dry. A bit of a squeeze, leave it to dry, bit of a blow, and there we go. The wheels still do move, and we have now 2 bogies. I've also got left a bit of the track out just to see how these run on the track. A little bit, that'll do. Don't get the track out, that's already been built. And these actually sit on this track quite nicely. They roll really, really well. So yeah, so these are the bogies. Like I say, take your time with them. They're a little bit fiddly. If you want them to move, just don't glue the wheels into place on these parts here, and your wheels will move. So I'm going to continue to get these other 2 done. Then I'll get these other 4 done. They are exactly the same, except they are separated. Yeah, and these are for at the back, and I think, yeah, they sit at the back because I think the bogies move up slightly. We'll see once they're built. I'll get those done as well, and get these, they call them jockey wheels here, and of course we then have the drive sprocket, which I think goes on much later. Yeah, so I'll get these finished and we'll talk to you in a minute. Okay folks, so as you can see, we've got all our bogie parts built up now. Now we are doing the idler wheel and the drive sprocket. Now these do have inside them the rubber grommets. These are just to help so the wheels can keep on spinning. Nothing overly difficult with them. Looking for my knife. Just cut off one corner so we can get 4 of these out, because that's what we need at the moment. There we go. Where did that go? Somewhere. There it is. So, very simple. Rubber grommet literally just drops into the center of the wheel like so. Now these drive sprockets do have a pin or a key, however you want to say it, so they will only go in at one place, like so. Just a little dab of glue in the center just to hold it in place, like so. I'll be very careful with these drive sprockets, because they do have, I don't know if that camera's going to pick that up, some very fine little pins there. Try your best not to break those, because they are supposed to be there. Unfortunately, on one of these, one of them was already broken off. It's just there, it's already broken off, but hey, probably underneath all that stuff, you're not really going to see it anyway, but you never know. So just be careful of those. Don't want to go breaking them off. So we'll do the other one like so, and again, very small dab of glue just to hold that in place, like so. And that is our drive sprockets done. Exactly the same again with the idler wheels. Take your rubber grommet, drop it in the middle. Again, these are keyed, so they will only go on one way. Just tries to find it. There it is. So it will only go on at that point there. And again, very small dab of glue just to hold it in place. Second one. There's the key. And small dab of glue. And we are done. So that is that section done. So all the wheels are done, all the bogies, tracks are done. Next, we are probably going to go and get this bucket completed. We'll see how much time we've got. I'm going to get this lot tidied up, packed away, ready for the next bit. We'll see how much time we've got on, and I'll talk to you in a moment. Okay folks, so we were going to start on the lower hull next. However, we've done some editing on the video and we're at 25 minutes plus, so we are going to wrap this episode up right here. So the only thing left for me to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, be good, be safe, and remember, keep making models, and we will see you next time. Ta-ta. and I shall show you it. I shall show you. I will show you exactly what is going on.